Forging links.
Forging links.
Forging links, one person at a time.
Right, welcome to our little technical training for PLCU. This is to show you how to fill up your farm using your Coinsbit. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share my screen and I'm just going to go through the process so you can see what happens. So this is the home page once you've logged in. If you go all the way across over here to wallet and just check the balances of your wallet, you can see I've put some USDT tether in here. There's $49 sitting in my main account. In order to buy PLCU, I need to transfer it to my trade account. In order to do that, all I got to do is hit that little button, and it's going from main to trade, and I'm going to take it all over. Just hit max and then transfer, and it's as simple as that. It's now sitting in my trade wallet. Yep. Once it's sitting there, we come over here to buy crypto, down to classic spot trading, and then we just look for the pairing. See, the pairing is PLCU to USDT. Here's the search bar is where you can put it in anyway. If you put that in, you'll see the pairing come up, right? And that's what we're on. And it's telling us that it's worth 5,852 at the moment. And I know the price is better on other exchanges. I just like this exchange. So, I mean, you just choose whichever one you like. At the moment, it's sitting on limit. We're going to click on market because we're doing a market order, which is instant, right?
Yep.
And I'm going to bring in all of my massive amounts of USDT. And it says I've got 48.9 USDT, and I'm just going to hit buy because I want to buy PLCU. And it'll just come up with this box. Are you sure you want to buy PLCU for your $48? And I just hit confirm. Yes, I do. Up here, it says it's a finished order. Yep. So if I come out of there, I just go back to my wallet and into my balance. If I put PLCU in here, PLCU Ultima, see it's sitting there in my trade account because I've just been in trading it. I need it in my main account if I want to withdraw it. So all I've got to do is hit transfer to main. I want to bring it all in, transfer. How easy is that? Brilliant.
Yeah.
Right, now have your Ultima Farm site open. This is my husband's one. See, he's got a lot of farm space and not much filled in there. So now we have to check that we're actually on the PLCU farms because now there's two of them, There's the PLCU X farm. We need, for this transaction, I'm filling up as PLCU farm. All I have to do here is hit pop up my farm, and it comes up with this address. Now I can either scan it if I'm doing it on my phone, or I can just hit copy here or copy here, and always just check the first few and the last few of the address. So 5ZD, copy that. I'm going to come back to Coinsbit, and I am going to withdraw. See, I've come along the PLCU line, and I'm going to hit withdraw. I'm going to put the address in there, 5ZD, yep, that's the same one. And I'm going to bring all that PLCU in to top up my farm. And then I've just got to have everything ready to verify it. Once you hit withdraw, you're going to get an email code, and you're going to get a Google Authenticator code. And then it will say it's gone into the withdrawal queue. Now, while you're waiting for that, some place that you can check, I know that some of these withdrawals are like, we've actually waited for like an hour and a half when it was busy. I was freaking out thinking it was gone. But if you come over to the left-hand side down here, if you go to history, and for this, we're looking at the withdrawals.
History.
This is my withdrawal here, see? And it's sitting at pending.
Pending.
Yep. So once that's successful, it'll come up with a nice little green light. And what will happen is once this has gone through, like once it's successful, like, because you can keep refreshing that, that'll come up. Once it's successful, you go onto your farm app and you will see that amount of PLCU sitting there that you have just transferred to your farm. There's a tab that will say get profit. Once you hit get profit and agree to the contract, you're actually setting up a smart contract for that amount that's in your available balance. You're topping up your farm and creating a new smart contract. Once you hit yes, you accept and everything, it comes up with a little congratulations, you have done your smart contract. You go back to home and you'll see a little 30-minute countdown. Once that 30-minute countdown gets to 0, you'll see your blue dial will go up. It'll adjust to where your farm is now topped up to, and you'll have a new available max load on your farm. Does that make sense for everybody? Yep, just on your phone. Oh, see, look, it says successful there. So that's now gone through. That won't reflect on my farm status on the website until I've actually hit get profit on my app, because the app is the minter. That's what we're topping up with. That's what we're making, starting our smart contract on. Once he's activated that, once he's hit get profit and activated that smart contract, it will reflect here. Okay, does that all make sense? Nice and easy, isn't it? But all you got to do is get your USDT into Coinsbit, and then once it's into Coinsbit, you do the exchange and you withdraw it out. Any questions?
On my Ultima Farm,
Yeah.
it's not giving me boxes to say I've got the PLCU, which I've got there, and the PLCU X, which has got beside it activate farm, which is not available yet. But yesterday everything was frozen, was 0.
Yeah, mine did that too. And what I had to do, because I went on there, the dial and everything, like the interface looked different, but it said that I had 0 frozen, 0 minted.
It's frozen again.
Yep. But if you hit on the P at the bottom, it showed all my smart contracts. Yep. So what I had to do was go to the settings toggle on the right-hand side at the bottom, log out, and log back in with my 12 keys.
Yeah.
That's what happened to us yesterday too, Kirsten. And while that was doing that, we had already brought some more PLCU, so it wasn't actually showing in the app. So like you said, yeah, we had to reset it, and yeah, it's important to keep a copy of that the 12-set key. You lose that, then you probably lose your app. Well,
Dennis actually did a PLCUX presentation this morning, the first one I've seen. And he basically said, you know, there's centralized finance where you're with a bank, and if you send the money to the wrong place, you can ring the bank, and 9 times out of 10, they can reverse it. They can bring it back. You lose your password, you can ring the bank, you can verify yourself, and they can give you a new password. Yeah. He said, so that's one of the good things about centralized, but they also have complete control. They can not authorize a transaction if they so choose. They can freeze your account. He said, decentralized, you have complete control of your money. You have complete control of every transaction you do, because you're cutting out the middleman. But he said, if you lose your keys, there's no one you can call to say, can you please reset my password? If you send the money to the wrong place, you can't call somebody and say, can you please reverse that transaction? That's why this is where it's education's key. We say it all the time, but education's key, because once we learn that we're the only ones in control, we're the ones accountable to ourselves, and that's it.
That's where they're saying
it's called pressure. Pardon? Yes.
We check and we double check, particularly when we're transferring funds over. Always check the first 3 or 4 digits and the last 3 or 4 digits.
And always check the chain that you're sending, the network that you're sending matches the one that's receiving it. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Because I've given myself a couple of frights and I've tried to transfer and it's not turned up, and I've no.
And it's generally just because we're too impatient. We're ready for it to happen right now. There's this moment of sweat, hey?
This was an instant world, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Another thing that was pointed out this morning is that there are no stupid questions in this space.
Right.
Because until we understand, ask. ask. Don't make the mistake of just thinking, oh, I don't want to annoy somebody. Just ask. Yes, Alisa?
So if I've got 2 farms and I take my PLCU over, will it just fill up one farm and then whatever's left over fill up the other farm automatically, or do I have to do them both individually?
Do you mean 2 farms on the one account, just on your account? You've purchased 2 farms. So what happens, all you're doing when you purchase another farm is you are adding to your max load. It's just like you've bought the acreage next door, so you're just adding to it. So as soon as it goes, like if you had a max load of 0.02 and then you bought another one of 0.02, your max load is just 0.04. So when you put it in, it'll go up to that much of 0.04, whatever it is.
Got it.
Makes
Thank
sense?
you.
Cool.
Yep. Thanks for your help.
No worries at all.
It's just like buying a paddock, another paddock, the next door neighbour's paddock when you've got the farm.
Exactly.
You know, you're just extending your farm.
Yeah, extending your growing capacity. And that's basically it. Okay,
Thanks, guys.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Thanks for jumping on, guys.
Thanks, Kirsten.
Catch you
Bye.
later. See ya.
Cheers.
Forging links.
Forging links, one person at a time.